Warning: Mysterious Spirits Forsaken Friendship is not intended for younger audiences under the age of 16. It contains mature themes and violence. Viewer discretion is advised. Mysterious Spirits Forsaken Friendship. Chapter 14: Love Hurts. Kitty is walking back and forth while Husk is leaning on the side of his bar. The shelves are filled with alcohol bottles. The cabins are filled with alcohol of all kinds. The bar is made of wood with a spade and clover signs in the front of it. Kitty and Molly have been staying inside the hotel for days now. They all know extermination day is almost here, and it makes Kitty feel nervous. I can't believe this. I can't believe she's done this, Kitty complains, still walking back and forth, wondering what she'll do. Her whole family plus everyone is now in grave danger thanks to Molly telling Lute the truth. I'm really sorry, Kitty, Huss said as he lifts up his bottle of booze and begins sucking it down as if he has been thirsty on the desert for days. Wow, Huss makes a fist. A transgender demon living with angels in heaven? Who could have seen that going poorly? He giggles. Kitty turns towards him with narrowed eyes and slashes her claws out. Why? Why do you have to do that? She angrily points at him. Why do you have to suddenly make jokes in a time like this? Kitty yells, picking up one of the bottles from the shelves and throwing it at him. Husk knows Kitty is upset, and because he loves her dearly, he just wants to make her feel better by taking her mind off things. Whoa, calm down. Huss sets his bottle down on the counter and rests his hands. I care about you. I was just trying to lighten up the mood to make you feel better. He steps towards Kitty and he's about to hug her, but before he could get the chance to, Kitty shoves him away from her. She makes fists and grinds her teeth. You don't care about anyone except for your idiot booze. You're just a low-life, drunk loser I got stuck wasting my time with before I found my friend. Maybe if I hadn't met a piece of shit like you before, I would have found her sooner. Kitty stamps her foot on the ground with raging eyes. Feeling irritated, Huss sighs and rolls his eyes. Although it may have not been his kind of thing to help others in need, he actually grew fond of her. He had saved her life before. He stood beside Kitty when trying to find Molly, and he even took her into the hotel, allowing her and Molly to stay with him. How ungrateful she is. Or you'd be in a griffin's belly. But who am I to say? I'm just a low-life drunk loser. Huss complains, rolling his eyes again, and he turns away from her. Feeling regretful, Kitty looks at Husk as he turns from her. No, wait. Kitty steps towards him. Husk. Kitty reaches at her costume. I didn't mean to. She is cut off by him. No, it's all right. I get it. I should go and get some more of my idiot booze. Then, without saying a word, Husk takes another bottle of his booze and he exits the room, leaving Kitty behind as her ears lower, watching him leave. Kitty then sighs and she sits down on a stool, leaning towards the bar, resting her palm on her face, feeling apologetic. Angel Dust, Nifty, and Sir Pentious are decorating inside the hotel. They know Charlie, Alistair, and Vaggie worked so hard on creating this hotel, trying to make it work. Hey, Charlie and Vaggie are back, Angel just said as he is holding some of the bows. Just then, Charlie, Alistair, and Vaggie entered inside the hotel. Wait, you're all still here? Vaggie asked, lifting a brow. What, do you think we're all a bunch of pussies? Sir Pentious replies. I just got used to you guys, Husk compliments, walking to them. Alright, is everyone here? Vaggie asked, looking around the room. Well, Kitty's lying down in her bedroom with Molly. Angel Dust said, resting his finger on his chin. No, I don't see Alari anywhere. Kitty heads towards them, looking away from Huss, trying to avoid him. Ooh, Nifty is holding a knife, resting it on her chin. Neither is Jackson. She runs around the room for a second as if she is chasing bugs around. Then she hides behind Alistair. I wonder if he's being a bad boy. Nifty giggles with joy. Do you think she's still trying to get Jackson back? Charlie asks. Charlie knows Alari is seeking for him since he got lost out in the crowd back in Cannibal Town. He hopes they are both okay. Just then, that thought soon leaves her mind when all of a sudden they all hear a loud noise. The loud noise echoes in the air, causing the ground to shake as if there is an earthquake happening somewhere. What the fuck was that? Angel just yells, taking out his guns as he peeks outside. I don't know. Let's keep moving. Charlie responds, gathering all the cannibals she brought with her together. Charlie has figured that the loud noise is either coming from Adam and his wicked team of exorcists, the V's, or maybe it's Alari. Adam is a dick enough as it is. He enjoys causing trouble and harming others. Maybe the extermination is starting sooner than she thought once again. Adam might try to lie to her, and maybe he is planning the attack now, but in a secretive way. She hopes it wasn't his doing. She wouldn't be surprised anymore if Adam had convinced Sarah to establish the extermination sooner. The V's are known to be very sly. Fox has hidden cameras everywhere. He is quite a control freak. He naturally has eyes everywhere. He has planned a sneaky attack before when using Sir Pentious. What if he is planning another attack again? Alari has been wanting to use her strongest powers for quite some time now. She has discussed this with Charlie before once on the night they first met one another. What if Jackson is in trouble and she decides to use her powers now by going into her true form? Charlie knows how much Jackson means to her. After seeing Alari quietly approach him, Ares soon realizes that if they are both to fight one another, they both need more room. The buildings surrounding them make it too close for comfort. This area is way too small for me. If this keeps up, I'd possibly lose. Without saying any words, Ares swiftly turns around and bolts away from Alari, leaving Vince with Jackson behind. He knows Alari will follow him, so she'd walk right into his trap. Alari has been wanting to face Ares for a long time now. She has an old score to settle with him. She isn't about to let him get away. Don't run away! With confidence, Alari swiftly takes out her radio staff and she immediately rushes after him as if she is chasing a true murderer. Ares! Soon seeing they are now in a more wide open space, Ares suddenly pauses himself from running. This should do, Ares thought. The alley has garbage cans filled with garbage. The ground and the buildings are a red color. There is paper flying around on the ground, and there is a wooden fence in front of Annabelle. Annabelle is sitting down sobbing after hearing the painful truth about how Andrew and Soren truly see her as, and seeing how happy Soren is with Emily. Annabelle didn't know what to do anymore. And even if she does, she doesn't want to do anything anymore. She even came across her father in hell. She never wants to see any of them ever again. Just then, Annabelle soon pops her head up when she hears footsteps coming towards her. Maybe it's Andrew, Soren, or her father coming to apologize. Andrew? Soren? Annabelle slowly turns over to see who it is. Starlight! Light of the sky! Marley proudly shouts with relief. What are you doing here? Annabelle asks, lifting a brow, resting her hand on her chin. No one wants her in heaven anymore, so why is he here? I've been searching for you ever since you left. Marty leans in with a smirk touching her boobs. Really? Why? She didn't even bother to push him away. She wants to hear what he has to say. You stood up for something you believe in, and I find that truly dazzling. I'll tell you what, If you agree to be my new fiance that I can fuck every night and suck on my dick whenever I need you to, I'll use all my strength, all my spiritual friends and shoulders to help aid you against Adam for what he did. Marty wraps his arms around Annabelle, holding her close to his embrace. You have my word. So tell me, what do you say? He steps towards Annabelle with a smirk on his face as he leans in super close to Annabelle's face, causing her to back away. When you first came back to hell, I did not recognize you back then. I wish I still did not, because I'd have to kill you knowing who you are, Alari said, closing her eyes for a second as she lowers her head. After Ares has done so much damage to her in the mentoring from Allison, Alari finally has to face Ares for what he did to her long ago. Well, isn't that strange? Ares shouts, getting into his fighting position, feeling pride. The whole past is talking about killing someone, and more than that, she wants to kill her former best friend. In fact, the one she wants to kill is the boyfriend of her former lover, Andrew. Ares laughs noddingly. The devilish angel suddenly opens his hands, causing light bulbs to appear, and he is about to end her. But before he could, within a blink of an eye, Alari's eyes blink as she suddenly transforms into a larger version of herself. Her eyes turn black with red X's in the center. There is a red X in the center of her forehead. She has tendrils coming out of her, and she has long black antlers sticking out of her head. Hearing the hurtful truth about what Ares has said to her just now pissed Alari off. She isn't about to let him get away with this. Just then, as Alari swiftly leaps at Ares, trying to stab him and throw him against the building, Ares swiftly dodges it and blows her away. Alari flies backwards and she hits the wall of the building. He then throws a net onto her body, causing Alari to trip and fall onto the ground. Ares narrows his eyes, still standing in his fighting position. Alari wonders to herself on what she is going to do with him, but all she knows is that she won't rest until she puts an end to Ares for good. She then suddenly faints and everything goes black.